guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I'm back with another reaction to The Flash. I am doing these back to back because I am a little bit behind. And this is episode 3, which is called Dead Man Running. So last episode, which I literally just watched, was Barry finding out, or discovering to his knowledge as it is right now, that there is no other way for him to avoid what the Monitor told him, that he has to die in order for everyone to survive. And at the end, we saw him helping Iris kind of come to terms with the fact that he doesn't think there's another way out of this and she's going to have to accept it. And she kind of, she did, begrudgingly, but she did. And then she talks about how do we tell the team, and Barry basically said he can't let them know that he's going to die because I think he anticipates that, much like Iris, they're going to do everything they can to try to stop it or stop him from doing it. And in his mind, he feels like that's probably going to, be counterproductive. So without further ado, let's get into this episode and then we will chat about it later, okay? Let's go.
Whoever's here, put him down.
Y'all, give me the cleaning person. Jumping to extremes. Grab. Saw that coming. Is this the doctor with his tentacle arms being able to grab people? Oh no, it's the big dude, the resurrected dude. Battle Res.
Jay Garrick helped him see that it was true.
How did he do that? Jay projected in my mind.
Oh, if you were still a meta vibe, you would be able to see for yourself.
So what else did our Asgardian cosplayer say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barry.
That was pretty much it.
Lies!
I have to prepare them for what's coming.
We can start with the truth.
Mom?
What's up? Why am I not surprised she's in cuffs?
My HLH research is very important. I lost my mother to this disease.
Like you didn't even like her.
Actually, I was hoping that you would help me with the new filing system.
Iris, come on now.
But I will take it from here, okay? Fine.
She's gonna do it anyway. Just so you know, Iris, your mommy should have told her to come along, but I understand why.
We just need the footage from your security camera so we can prove that Mom was here last
What? No.
Yeah, Deb was here. But I don't work with the cops.
I was about to say, this is illegal gambling, as if he's gonna be like, sure, here's some footage of all the people participating.
We can earn it.
Right. Excuse me, down here. How exactly are we
Down here is so cute. She's like, excuse me, Tower, if you could just come down a bit. Is he just like chugging this thing like energy drinks, or? Alright, that's one way to take it in. He's fine, he's already dead. I really hope that's his office and not the bathroom, because that would be hella awkward. Seriously? Okay. What's up, Tom? It's been a minute.
What's your name?
Iris West Allen.
Well,
Good girl. Don't mess with Joe West's daughter.
if Marv is alive, what about your other boyfriends? How many of them are alive?
Wait, you didn't find that odd?
I didn't mean to hurt you.
My name is Ralph.
Dibney.
Leave. Get out.
Do not take that tone with your mama.
Okay, get to work here.
Oh God, how dare you bring him into this sacred space?
But,
Look at him salivating.
I will.
Yeah, he's totally gonna steal all your dark matter, you know that, right? Dude, you really think you can't count those?
Marking a calendar every day until I die.
You could probably spend it far more usefully. I mean, if he's already dying, is it so hard to just kill him now, is all I'm saying. You're gonna die, Barry. This is the time to commit crimes.
This isn't anger. This is the pain beneath my anger.
So is his storyline just to help Barry accept his?
Dr. Harrison, Nash, Wells.
The judgment.
Show me that warm, compassionate, smart guy.
He did have you chokeholded against the wall,
Let me
right?
ask you a question.
I wasted enough time behind bars, not wasting any more working for a liar. So, be honest with me, or I'm out of here. Okay.
Bye. Good luck getting a job as the next con.
Just saying, boss.
Boss. I like the sound of that. It sounds accurate.
That's why you can't let the threat of losing tomorrow keep you from making the most of today.
Ooh, knowledge bomb.
What are you?
You did that. So this guy must have like a dark matter antenna now. Right? That's how he keeps finding it? Because I don't feel like this Nick Romero guy was that bright to begin with, and his brain would technically be dead, right? No way he fit through there! Why don't you embrace me? You're my creation. Just tell him you love him. That's all he wants. I just want you to accept him. Yeah, like I said. You can create a dark army. That's awesome. Why is no one watching the cameras at Star Labs? I'm so mad. You're looking at yourself, pal. Hope living forever was worth it. Sexy, huh? All right, note to self, reinforce the glass in the pipeline. So you're gonna explode because you're gonna have to clean that. No, I hope your mouths are closed.
See you in the next life, Larry.
Please check the footage. That's all I ask. You got cameras all over this place. Let's not forget that show.
He wasn't coming back. I was so worried that you would think it was my fault or
That's
worse,
real.
yours.
That's real.
And then when
You get scared. I know because I'm the same way. Which is why
Look
I
at
made
that.
something.
Please, not a book of all of the dating rules. Oh, wow.
We're also closing ourselves off from the joy that love can bring.
Would you listen to this deep therapy session going on the flash right here? That doesn't look right. Then again, neither are you.
This substance appears to heal any and all weaknesses in the human body,
Nope.
including cells affected by HLH.
Nope. Nope.
I will now commence human trials.
Yeah, do it. I don't care anymore. I hope your head explodes. I feel like they didn't need it to be that dramatic. You could have just opened the bottle.
I need more.
Didn't you just say you wouldn't? Okay. Really, Snake Eyes is still around? I just feel like this isn't safe. When has Star Labs ever had security? What am I talking about? Never mind. Oh, Barry and I were dancing though.
You should definitely do that.
You said you,
At my birthday party next year, are you?
not we. Exactly.
Whenever you talk about life after crisis, you never talk about yourself. Let's tell them together.
Team West Allen!
I have to die in crisis. None of you can try and save me.
Cool! Let's have some cake! King Shark, you down here, buddy? Oh, you can find that on your own, sir. Team Flash already got exploded dead man goo on them. I don't think they're going into the sewer with you today. Alright guys, well that was the latest episode of The Flash, which is called Dead Man Running, and interesting side, I don't know, I shouldn't call it a side thing. I mean, when you hear the title, and there was the overarching theme, of course, of the fact that Barry knows that he's accepted that he's going to die at this point, and him trying to keep this truth from Team Flash, which I said at the beginning, this reaction was a bad idea. It's never gone well for Barry to keep secrets from, well, anyone, let's be real. But in this particular case, it really is unfair of him to think that by keeping this detail of him potentially dying in this crisis was preparing them. It wouldn't, right? Just like, you can't really rob them of that time, if anything, right? And I do get that he was ideally doing it in the beginning because he thought it would stop them from trying to waste time trying to save him. But it also robs them of time to get those moments or say those things or do those things that they really wanted to with him, thinking he's going to be around potentially. That's the thing with, like, I mean, and again, this is such a, you know, if you go into the deeper message of this all, I mean, yes, this show is just a show about a comic, but, you know, they try to deal with a lot of real world issues. And this season so far, especially the last episode and this one, they've been dropping some real, like, life knowledge level things on us here, which are good. It's not a bad thing. But if we look at the higher arc of, you know, the idea of knowing you're dying, and we saw that parallel story between The doctor who, I'm sorry, his name keeps slipping. I just keep thinking that he's the guy from Heroes. I just can't get Suresh out of my head, and that's not his name in this show. But anyway, his parallel story with Barry's around, you know, losing his mom and not wanting to, you know, his idea of giving up is accepting that he has this disease that will kill him. And Barry's saying, he's like, it's not, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, you're looking at it as your mom looked at it. He's like, you're looking at it as a march, a death march. Instead, where your mom looked at it is, this is a beautiful time for me to enjoy before I die, right? And that's what Barry's saying, that he's seeing it as, instead of seeing it as a death march, he's seeing it as him, you know, spending as much time helping people and being with the people that he loves, right? Which is ideally the best way to think about it if you are given an oblique prognosis. We got a lot of stuff with Ralph, you know, the whole the sidetrack, so to speak, with Ralph and his mom discovering that all these years she's been lying to him about all of her ex. Like, I mean, honestly, Ralph, like, you're how old? You're like almost 30 years old, and you really thought all your boyfriends or your mom's boyfriends died? Like, really? I think you should be worried about that. That should have been a lot more worrisome to you than the fact that she lied. It was the fact that, really, Mom? Every man you've ever dated seriously is dropped dead somehow? Really? I start to wonder as a detective, if my mom was a serial killer, is all I'm saying. It was deep. There was some deep stuff that we kind of just scratched the surface on, and we got a little bit of more insight into Ralph outside of what we've ever gotten with him, let's be real, around his relationship issues, and also potentially why he feels the need to always be the likable guy that everyone wants to be around. I still, #justice for Cisco. We're still not really dealing with Cisco outside of this relationship with Camilla, which is cute, but we still have Cisco. There is still a Cisco, and I want to delve more into him and what's going on with him and his life and his anything. One thing I would say is with the flash forward, I mentioned in the last episode, but I didn't say anything about it after, is that we saw Cisco running away from the antimatter thing, but he was dressed as Vibe. So that gives me hope that they're going to rectify that nonsense from last season, and that Cisco is going to get his meta power back. And I think that what's going to prompt him to do it is that, I just thought about it as Barry talks about projecting his mind, is that Cisco can do the same thing. And now that he's not a meta, he can't, but I feel like he's going to be like, you know what, Barry, I don't think you're lying to me about seeing all these billion futures, but let me go in through my lens, my way of seeing the future, which is different than yours, and see if maybe I see a different possibility. And that is a real thing, because Cisco would be looking at it from a completely different angle. You know, they said the butterfly effect, right? One thing changing that we think is fairly insignificant or unrelated could actually end up having a massive ripple effect, and maybe Cisco becoming a meta or not being a meta is a main reason why Barry has to be the one to sacrifice himself. Maybe if he becomes a meta again, that will start a whole other chain of events that could, again, as I said, change things up so that Barry does not have to disappear. But again, I do not know the comic book storyline behind this, so I don't know if this actually does have to happen. I have no idea what the contract situation is with Grant Gustin in this show. I do think I heard a rumor that him and Candace, at the very least, have signed on for like another 3 seasons at this point, but I don't know if that's true. But anyways, contracts are pretty much the determining factor. I don't think Grant's leaving the show, is my point. I don't think we're going to pull a Walking Dead where Rick Grimes leaves, as the lead leaves the show. I don't think this show can exist without Grant. So I don't think it's going to end with the death of the Flash at the end of this. Or if it does, it's going to be something that could be rectified in season 7. If we're getting one, which I have no idea if it's been renewed or not, but I feel like it will be, because this is still very much one of the most popular shows on the C-Dubs, so I think they will renew it for as long as the actors are willing to keep playing these roles. But yeah, there was a couple other side things, of course, the whole thing with Iris and Allegra being her new student, which was kind of cute. And then the whole Wells thing, I don't think we really have to comment on yet, because it's still developing and I'm still trying to decide whether or not I care. I love Tom, I love Tom, but I'm not sure how or where or why he's going to fit into this season so far as a Wells, because we've gone in almost 2 episodes, and honestly I can say that I didn't actually miss Wells being around. So what did you guys think of the episode? How do you feel about Barry's resignation to just dying? Do we still think this is a good idea, or do we think that maybe if Cisco becomes Vibe again, which I really think is going to happen, he's going to somehow see a solution that everyone else hasn't? Please leave your comments below and let me know what you're thinking. I want to holla at you. And if you like this video, guys, please click like. And if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time,